What's up, YouTube? Jet Fuel EDC here. And tonight, I'm gonna do my response to the top 5 knives with a twist. I was tagged in this challenge by Grateful Panic. I know I'm a little late getting back to this. It's been a little hectic around here. Had some things going on, got some, just had a busy weekend and even busier start to the week. But here we are at 3:30 in the morning on Tuesday morning, and we're gonna shoot this video. So bear with me if I'm a little out of it, but here we go. So you had 5 categories. Number 1 was the Grail. Your Grail. What is your Grail knife? So that knife to me is always changing. It's always evolving. Something new comes out, catches my eye. I have a very, very, very addictive personality. It doesn't take much to catch my eye, and next thing you know, I'm signing up for overtime on the weekends. I'm signing up for overtime through the week, and I'm saving. I'm gonna get that Grail. So right now, my Grail would have to be, I know, surprise, surprise, a Liang Mall. This right here is the Warrior 2 V2 in the marbled carbon fiber with M390 blade steel and just all the little trinkets that come along with it. So it seems like almost every time he comes out with a new knife, that's kind of my goal. I chase that knife. By the looks of this, I don't know. It could replace the Lanny as my number 1. So who knows? So right now that is my Grail. It will never end until I decide I don't want to collect knives. I don't want to buy any more knives. That would be the day that it ends. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. I thought my gun addiction was bad. My knife addiction is even worse. So without going too far into it, let's do the next one. So I got a knife for you. I can put in your face. Not put in your face, I can put it out here on the screen. I'm sorry, I'm not gloating or anything like that. I didn't mean that, I really didn't. So the next category is a tank. What is a tank of a knife? That right there is a tank of a knife. To me, I love this knife. It is such just a monster little knife. This is the Medford Knives Micro Praetorian. D2 blade steel, just an absolute titanium all over the place, just a monster of a knife. Just killer jimping. You got this real aggressive backspacer, which is also, you know, a glass breaker or whatever you want to use it for. It is just an absolute monster of a knife. Just a beast. So that's my tank. My Performer. So my Performer would have to be the Benchmade Bug Out. I know you guys have seen this a lot. A lot of people are saying the Bug Out. I love this knife. This knife was the blue S30V, but I swapped out the scales, put the Rogue Blade Works carbon fiber scales on it, just dropped a little weight, a little more weight. It is just an absolute great knife. Great in pocket, great action. pretty good blade steel, not the greatest, but I mean, it'll get the job done all day, every day. just a very great knife. My shocker. So my shocker, I had one of the guys I work with, he went out and bought a ZT. Me and him, we talk about knives a little bit here and there, and he's on a few of these knife pages and stuff with me, and we kind of talk about things. And he come up to me one Monday and said, "Hey man, I got a new knife. Check this thing out." And he pulled out a ZT 0456, which leads into my next category, the shocker. So I looked at this knife several times, and it just never spoke to me, never caught my eye. It just didn't look like anything I would ever be interested in. Boy, was I wrong. Because this knife right here, that action is just absolutely amazing. It is so great. This one comes in CTS 204 P steel, titanium handles, you know, just absolutely gorgeous knife. When I looked at it online, and I don't have a big knife store near me that I can go and check these knives out, so a lot of things I buy on trial and error. You know, I buy and then I get it and I'm like, not so much, or, you know, this is great, this is the next best thing. So him getting that knife and letting me hold it, I was just like, wow, man, was I wrong. So that's the shocker. Overall, so here's another one that I almost put in my shocker category, but I went ahead and I said overall, because this knife right here, the Hinderer XM18 3.5 and the Skinner style blade, is killer. Did you see that thing fly out of there? It has an amazing action. It just, let me get it to break past the detent there. Just amazing. Little shake and it falls right down. It just phenomenal. S35 VN blade steel. This grind and blade design, just absolutely, it's a workhorse. It really is. It just, I couldn't be happier with this knife. I love this blade design, and it's really great. This thing is just, I swapped out the Teflon washers. I can't remember if this is a Gen 2 or a Gen 3, but I swapped out the Teflon washers. I put some phosphorus bronze washers in there, and that thing, as you can see, the action on it is just absolutely amazing. So that was my overall. And last but not least would have to be the user's choice. So this is a knife that, one of those knives, just like I was just talking about, I kind of went out on a limb and I was like, I'm gonna try it and see. I bought this knife before I got into, you know, watching stuff on YouTube and things like that. Really the only time I would go on YouTube is if I was taking something apart or putting something back together. So that being said, for my user's choice, I picked the Spyderco Shaman. This knife right here is just, I don't know, it's one of the most comfortable knives I've ever held in my hand. It really is. It conforms, and the action on it is just absolutely beautiful. As I say that, I wish they would have kind of upped the blade steel a little bit. It's just S30V steel with a DLC coating, but that knife right there is just, I put it through the ringer, and The edge on it is no worse for the wear. It's still got a factory edge on it. It's a great knife. I've carried this knife a lot, and like I said, I put it through the ringer. It's been rode hard and put away wet, and it comes back for more. It really is. It's one of my favorite knives. I can't recommend that knife enough. It's a great knife. So anybody that's looking at getting one of these or is kind of on the fence, go for it, because it's great. The DLC coated or the satin, either or. I went with the DLC coated. I kind of like that blacked out look, but just a great knife. So that's my top 5 with a twist. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I'm really late to the party on this, but I haven't seen the big fella get tagged yet. So I'm going to tag Jimmy Slash. I'd like to see your top 5, brother. See what you got. I know you got some amazing knives. Really looking forward to seeing it. Really want to thank Grateful Panic for tagging me in this. It's very, very cool tag. Love getting to participate in stuff like this. Yeah, just super cool. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.